If you're a small business owner with a million things to do, like the rest of us, it might be helpful to be able to use AI for customer research. Even if you know your customers really well, sometimes it's nice to have a little extra help in making sure that your product descriptions really connect with your audience. We have new research tools with AI, and I'm going to show you how you can put some simple prompts into AI and do some customer research that can help you give a little extra connection boost to your product descriptions. So the first step is to decide if you feel like you know your customers pretty well and you can write a description about your customers and who they are, what they're looking for, what their state of mind is, how they're feeling. Maybe you want to ask AI to ask you questions to pull out that information out of you. And then you could use that information to feed back into AI and say, okay, now based on this description of my ideal client or customer, do research based on the entire web that will help me understand what the conversations are like, what the language is like that people in this audience might be using, and then show me how to add it to my product descriptions. That's one way. What we're going to do today is start with the products themselves. We're going to give AI a prompt with the product link, and we're going to tell it based on these products and the information that's at these links already, the current product descriptions, tell me what my ideal client is like, what my ideal customer is feeling, what they're talking about. And we'll have it put together a profile. And then we'll say, okay, now based on this profile that you developed, now do some research. What I've done is I've pulled screen captures of the various points of this process to show you today. So I'm using one of my clients as an example, and we're using some of her products from her online store. So what the prompt says is, using these products and the information at these links as an example of what my boutique offers, give me a psychographic profile of my target audience. And then there's about 6 or 8 products. What are we asking for a psychographic profile? I am not an expert. What I've learned is that a psychographic profile is less concerned about the demographics, the age, gender, all the numbers and the statistics about the people that you want to serve. And it's more about their state of mind, their emotions, what they're looking for, how they're feeling, and how you can help them in that state where they are to go from feeling how they do, where they're in need of something, looking for something, in a state where they don't want to stay, and help them go to feeling differently, feeling like they found what they were looking for, like they got what they needed, like they achieved this transformation that they're looking for. Well, how does that apply to, say, something like clothing? Well, maybe you think you're looking for a skirt or a hoodie, a pair of boots, t-shirt. Really what you're looking for is something that fills a need. And maybe it's a simple need. You need a skirt to wear to a certain event. But really, it's more than that. You want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel like you are looking like the best version of yourself. And all of those things that we feel that maybe we don't even realize we're feeling, those can be addressed in the product description, not as a manipulation, but as people are looking for those things, we can make sure that we show up and help them feel seen and heard and like they get what they need. So we can meet them where they are. So from this prompt, what do we get from the AI? And here's the response. Here's the profile. My client, the Cadillac Cowgirl, they have these core values and beliefs on average. These are the kinds of things they might do on average. These are the kinds of aspirations and motivations Maybe they want to look put together, but real, trendy, but it's going to look a little different maybe than in a more urban area. What are they frustrated with? What's going to help them make a decision? What are their preferences? And these things can help as we're thinking about our products and our descriptions that we're putting on our website to make sure that we're responding to these needs that people have. Let's look a little bit closer. And here we go with some tips from AI. What to do: lead with lifestyle. Make sure we're looking at versatility and comfort, any kind of community values. If there's any of these things that are small batch, that are woman run, made for real bodies, sensory words that are tied to our unique flavor of the West, our sunsets, our breezes. We wear boots out here a lot, not everybody, but that's a pretty common thing that can appeal to the audience that we have. Maybe some styling tips. Wearing boots with shorts. Maybe you don't see a lot of that in other places, but in Wyoming, it's a little bit of a sassy style choice. We want to support our customers in feeling their best, looking their best for this particular brand. And so thinking about how to do that in every choice, even with the words we use in our product descriptions, is a valid thing to do, and AI can help us do that. So let's see if we can get a little bit more specific. So here we are with specific tweaks that we could make to each product, what to change and why. So this is something, of course, double check, make sure that the suggestions make sense for your business, for the product. But this is helpful because it's something that can give us a place to start and a reason why, and then we can tweak it from there. Now, one point to notice is this says quick copy only tweaks that you can make today. One thing that the AI suggested was adding information, and it gave me specific information to add about aspects of the products that I don't necessarily have that information. And if I don't have that information, then what I'm looking to do is take the product description that's already there, that has all the information I have, and just tweak that to make it more appealing and more effective at showing people how we're meeting the need of what they're looking for with this product, if they're indeed looking for this product. So there's some quick little things, changing the opening sentence so that people can picture themselves in this situation, splitting up information into something that's more skimmable, headers or headings to break up a longer product description. Again, makes it more skimmable, makes it easier for people to understand what we're trying to get across. We can have a great description if it's not readable because it's a wall of text, because it's not skimmable, because it doesn't help people picture themselves in that situation using that product. Then the great product description and all the features can miss the mark when we're missing these things. We also need the features, we need the sizes, we need the care, we need the specifics and the details, but we also need these pieces that make these things digestible to our clients and customers. So here's one example of how AI is able to help me in just a few minutes take what I already have and make some adjustments to it. I've been finding AI to be such a helpful assistant. Both of the AI tools that I currently use have specific research functions now. They differ on if you're in the paid version or not, but I find the research aspects of these tools to be one of the most useful applications that they have. These are always starting points. Don't forget to always fact check AI. Always make sure that you are very careful about any kind of specific personal information that you put into AI. But let me know if you try this and what your results are and if this is helpful. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again.